Okay, it's Taxi Vlog 241. 241. Now, I did a real boneheaded, stupid thing and forgot my camera at home. And I didn't want to waste the fuel to go all the way home to get it. So while I'm waiting in a parking lot, waiting on something to happen, I'm sitting here doing my taxi vlog. Last week was the first night I was on this car 72. And the first night was pretty quiet, but in the end, I was able to make itchy nose as usual. As soon as you start um, recording, the nose gets itchy. Sorry, you probably see my computer reflected in my glasses. I'll take them off so that now everything's blurry, but it doesn't matter. So, what happened? It was uneventful. I was much happier to be at work because I was not in that pile of shit car anymore. And I was very thrilled about that. This is a nice car. It's a good car. It's comfortable. It's clean and nothing is broken on it. Yippee. There's a couple minor, tiny little things, but I'm not going to quibble about them. The owner knows about them already, and they're not a big deal. Now, the Tuesday, I expected nothing much, but it ended up being just a smidgen better than the Friday. Now, I'm starting at 6 o'clock now rather than at 8, and I'm working till 5 rather than 6, so I'm getting an hour extra in that I didn't used to get, which is okay. I need it because I don't have Saturday anymore. Saturday was one of the bigger moneymaker nights, and I don't have it anymore. I might get the occasional Saturday. I don't know. We'll find out how things go as they go along. But we're into February now. It's the slowest month of the year, arguably. And so sometimes you don't make any money in February. I just got to try and put this in a comfortable position, like balance it off the steering wheel and off my knee, and there we are. I use this computer all the time for watching videos, so why don't I make one with it? Okay, what else happened? So yeah, Tuesday was okay. Wednesday, I came out and it was really slow. I was tired, yes, because I had had an appointment at 10 o'clock in the morning, and so I got home at 11, and I got to bed by about noon, and I had to get up at 3:30 so that I could get ready, have my dinner and stuff, so that I could get out the door at 5:30 and go pick up the cab at 6. So I picked up the cab at 6 and I had a couple of short fares, and by 9:15 I was sent to another one not far away. Yippee yahoo hooray. So I'm pulling out of the driveway from this pulling out of this parking lot, and I look left and I look right, and there's nothing coming. So it's safe to pull out. I slowly pull out, and off to my right, I had my window open a little bit here. That window? Yeah, that window. I had it open a little bit, and I heard a horn beeping. Now, that horn was beeping pretty far away, so I figured it had nothing to do with me. And I just moved a little more, and suddenly there was this pickup truck bouncing off my right front fender, or my right front corner. And he bounced off the front of the cab and skidded to a halt way down the road there. So naturally, I pulled over to see what's going on. I calmly got out of the car, and this guy gets out of his truck and starts yelling at me, saying, "What the fuck are you doing? I have children in my vehicle." First of all, I didn't see him because it was like a bit of a hill there, and he must have been coming over the rise at breakneck speed. And then he would have had enough room to keep going, but he actually must have swerved into my cab. I don't know why. But then it became clear what was happening. Look what you did. You scraped the whole side of my truck. And I looked at his truck, and I saw that there was some scraped paint on there. There wasn't anything yellow. Then I looked at the cab, and there was some paint missing from the bumper on the cab, but the fender was perfect, the headlight was perfect, the door was perfect, the side view mirror was perfect. There was nothing wrong with any of these things. And I looked at his damage again, and I looked at my car, and I said, there is nothing at the height of that scrape on my car, not a mark. If my car would have made that damage, then I would have my headlight broken, and I would have my fender bashed in, or maybe a scrape on my door. So there's no way that this car made that damage. So I think that he was trying to make an accident to cause more damage to cover up the scrape that was already there and get someone else to pay for fixing it. There's some people who are like that. It's really, I can't believe it. The last time something like that happened to me was when we were going up a hill, and it was a red traffic light up the hill, and the brake lights on the car ahead of me came off. But instead of the guy popping the clutch and taking off, he rolled backwards into the front of my cab. And my my license plate was a little bit dog-eared, and that little dog ear put a tiny little nick on his bumper. Now, it was one of those painted bumpers, and it had all kinds of nicks and scratches and gouges all over it. But guess who had to pay to repaint the whole thing, repair all the nicks, scratches, and gouges? Me. Because it was the front of my car and the back of his, and Insurance Corporation of British Columbia operates that way. If it's the back of your car and the front of theirs, there's no argument. You were following too close, blah, 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 blah. Even if the fucker backed into you or rolled into you, doesn't matter. Front of my car, back of his. Made it my fault, according to their ruling. Now, so I went along the proper channels. I told the owner, I did an accident report, I filled in all the forms, I dotted all the I's and crossed all the T's, and I even did the dial-a-claim with Insurance Corporation of British Columbia, and I had the license plate number for the truck and everything, and she said, "Oh, well, that's a 1999 truck. That's a 14-year-old truck, and it's worth nothing on the book. So if he claims this, then we'll call you in to have an appointment to check your car and see if it was your car that had made that previous damage on there." And at the end, when I showed the guy that there's no way that my car could have made that scratch, he said, "Well, it could have been worse." Anyway, I haven't heard anything yet. If I do hear something, if they phone or write us a letter, then we have to take this car in and have it, assessed and everything else. But we're probably not going to go through insurance because all it needs is a bit of sanding and some paint to put back on the bumper, and it'll look good as new. So it'll cost me $100, maybe $150. I hope not more because I'm not making any out here. So then, that was the Wednesday. It was a low point in the week, naturally, because of that. I ended up taking home about $20 after lease and fuel and tips and everything. Thursday was a little better, but not by much. It was pretty horrible. I spent 12 hours out here because I had the car from 6 till 6 or 6:30 even. And because the day shift guy on the weekend, he drives Friday, Saturday, Sunday, only works at 7. He only starts at 7. So I can have the car longer on Thursday or Friday. which I did. I had the car longer on Thursday, and Thursday, well, I made a bit of money, but it was a long, hard grind, and I think tonight is not much different. Um, and then there was the Friday, which for a Friday was a long, hard grind. It was the same as the Friday last week, which was nothing special. Actually, I made the same amount as I did on Saturday last week, but it took me 12 and a half rather than 10 hours to do it. And that was a long grind too. For a Friday, it was long and hard. And I think I've had the worst week since the first 2 weeks of January, or the middle 2 weeks of January 1995. So it's been 18 years since I had a week worse than the last week I had. There was just nothing out here. And when I told the owner that, on Wednesday, he asked me, how was it besides the accident? How was your night? And I said, well, I didn't do very well at all. He says, well, you're going to have to change the way you do business. Hey, when the bases are loaded, nobody's moving nowhere, nothing's happening nowhere, how can you change the. Just to give you an idea, there's 2, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 5, 29, 30, 31. There's 32 cars sitting and doing nothing. 32 cars doing nothing right now as I show on my MDT. Did I move up since I started doing this vlog 11 minutes and 46 seconds ago? Let's see. Nope, I didn't move at all. So folks, I guess this is a short one, seeing as there wasn't that much to do, or there wasn't that much that happened last week. I hope yours is better than mine, even though I'll just be watching your videos all night. Bye.